everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Double Scoop Studio Calico kit. It is the 13th layout using this kit and it took me an hour and 2 minutes, and I'm showing you some of the stuff that I may be using. A lot of it is from the kit, and I've brought out some stuff that Maureen gave me in that rack, and then I'm going to just show you some of the papers that I may be using, and I'm showing you the close-up so that you can see the manufacturer of the papers, because I never remember. I work a lot and a long time with a kit, but I don't really pay a lot of attention to, who makes the pattern paper. It's more the colors and stuff that I like. And obviously I know which companies are my favorite. Like I love American Craft, Amy Tangerine, Dear Lizzie. Like there's so many pattern papers that I love, but when I work with a kit, I try to just go with, colors and stuff. So these are pictures of my son, and my ATG broke, or it didn't break, it came off partially, so I just kind of put it back together. These are pictures of my son. He started high school this year, and we told him that the key to high school, to have, I guess, a happy or memorable high school life is to be involved, and also, it's a great way to also stay out of trouble. If you're involved, then it really helps. And then when he went for the orientation, the people doing the orientation said the same thing. You need to get involved. So the first week that he went to school, he went and signed up for track and field. And then 2 of his friends from middle school also signed up. And so that was something that they, did every, 2 or 3 times a week. They would run anywhere between 5 and 8 Ks 3 times a week. And then they did little meets and stuff almost every weekend for the first 2 months of the school year. And then once this was done, then he joined another thing from school, and it's called the Iron Knights. And it was to run all year, the rest of the year, but we've had a really, really bad winter as far as snow. So I didn't want him to run on the streets because there was no sidewalks, because we had so much snow, and then when it did melt, it was icy. So he hasn't run in a little bit, but as soon as the weather turns nice again, I want him to start running again. And then they have all kinds of meets coming up in the spring too. And the stickers I have out right now are from Heidi Swap, and that was a sticker that Maureen had given me in the rack. And then I took out some Freckled Fawn stickers. I took out my Amy Tangerine thickers and their chipboard pieces. And I'm going to take out some little happy faces here, but I don't end up using it. I just find it doesn't coordinate with the blue in the pattern enough, because I'm going to go with green and dark blue. So I just found there would have been too many colors in there. So right now it's basically green and dark blue, and I'm going to throw in some black. But I didn't want a 4th color, like another shade of blue. So now I'm going to go through the stickers that I put aside to use with these kits. And it's basically just sticker books, different sticker books from American Crafts. And there's just so many stickers in there. You're bound to find something that's going to go with your layouts. And then I'm using a EK6S powder tool, and I'm taking the stickiness away. So basically what I do is I shake this powder tool, and it kind of moves the powder into the bristles, and then it just takes the stickiness away, and then I'm able to move it around on the page. And when I'm ready, I just use some quick dry adhesive and just glue it down on my page. I looked at that tool for years and thought, I don't need that. And then I just bought it one day, and it's quickly become one of my most used and favorite tool. There's hardly ever a scrapbook page that I do that I don't use that tool. Now, I thought maybe of using those American or Amy Tangerine thickers in gray and maybe change the color, but I'm just going to decide on changing it up. I've been using those thickers quite a bit, and I think I'm like maybe 13, 14 times that I've used them. So I'm just trying to, that my layouts have different titles and stuff. So I had taken out some of this twine in blue and also some Studio Calico, and it's green, fine twine, and it's only green, and I'm going to decide to go with that instead of the blue and white, just to kind of mix it up, because I usually take a twine that has two colors and I just want it one color. So this is a little box that I made myself with chipboard, and it keeps all my roller date stamps. And I think I'm going to have to make just a little bigger box, because when I got those October afternoon roller date stamps, they don't fit in this box here. Or maybe I'll just make a second box and just kind of, so they sit one on top of the other, but it's kind of overflowing. So I tried to find a roller date stamp that kind of had adventure words on it. And there was a Studio Calico roller date stamp that, who made it? Anyway, I didn't realize till after I had ordered them that the words, Kezi Art, that's who it was. The words were all in French. And I mean, I speak French, but my husband is English and my son is English, and one of my daughters fluently bilingual and the other one is somewhat bilingual. And but my scrapbooks are all in English. So, but I thought that I would use it here because right above where they are, I'm going to put the word départ, which is spelled the exact same way as, depart, which you wouldn't use that as, starting a race, but it kind of goes. And then at the other end, I'm going to put the word arrivé, which means, arriving or at the end. And then there was another one that said let's go, and I kind of used it so it was like a border at the top and the bottom above that pattern paper. And then there was a 3x4 card that it's a Project Life card, and I don't know if it was one that I traded with Maureen or it was one that I kind of put with my stuff beforehand before I got that, because I'm trying to use the cards that me and Maureen exchanged first. I had them in a little pile and on one of my shelves, and I grabbed for those 3x4 and 4x6 cards first now. But I think that one might have been one that was already, because what I do is I sit down and kind of rearrange the papers of what I think might go together. And this one here was put back quite a little ways ago. So now that I'm, I kind of like the way the layers are going. Now I'm going to start going through my stash and trying to figure out, what embellishments I'm going to use and stickers, and I'm just going to stick them all in the middle of the page. And then once I feel like I have enough, then I divide them into clusters, or embellishment clusters, and then decide what is going to go where. And I had a couple of pieces of that transparency in black left from the last layout, so I'm going to use it on this layout because again I want to bring in some black. And I had a little piece of that border left from the epoxy borders from Amy Tangerine from the cut and paste collection, and it was the green border. So again, I'm just going to divide it in the 3 clusters, and I'm going to get to use that. So I'm liking that I'm getting to use those borders right up. Now the battery had died, and I came back, later, And this is where I'm going to put the depart and, the arrival kind of thing. But it is in French. And one picture was when they were about to start the race, and the other one he was coming in for, the finish kind of thing. And he didn't know if he was going to enjoy running, but he seems to like it. And kids grow up so fast. Anyway, we get to this first race, and the kid is wearing these flat sneakers, not running shoes. And I'm like, buddy, where are, your running shoes? Well, they're too small. Well, he didn't tell us. So here this kid is running in shoes that, they were, not cheap shoes. We had, got them at a shoe store or whatever, and they were but they were not running shoes. And so anyway, we left the race and went to a sport place and bought him some running shoes, because what a way to wreck your knees and stuff. But no, he didn't tell us. He figured it was good enough to run in his other shoes. So he doesn't he's not a kid that really complains much. I have to notice and say, buddy, I think you are growing your pants. You look like you have a flood there going on, because his pants are really short. Oh, I didn't really notice. He's not one of those kids that needs to have, the brand name and all that stuff. He's just happy wearing whatever. And so I have to keep an eye on his attire, or my second daughter usually keeps an eye and, will say, Mom, he needs new clothes there. His pants are getting too small. And so then we'll go shopping and get him a bunch of new clothes. And he's growing up so fast. He went from being a little kid to he's tall now. He's taller than I am, and he's catching up to his dad really quickly. So it really amazes me how fast they grow. So at this point, I started gluing all the embellishments down, and there was one sticker that I took from Freckled Fawn, and it just said Exhausting Day. And these are some of the cards that I had switched with Maureen. So I'm going through them, and I'm going to find one that's going to go with this layout, and I'm going to do the journaling on that little card. And I'm going to decide on a nice bright green neon one, that one right there. And it coordinates with the page really well. And I'm going to stick it right there, and that's where I'm going to do the journaling. And then I'm going to add a few pieces of that washi tape that came in the kit. And I really love that washi tape. And I got quite a bit of use of that washi tape. But washi tape is one of those things that, I could use it on every layout. And at the end of the kit, it won't even look, once I'm done using everything in the kit and I feel like I've used up quite a bit, it's still going to look like I still have tons of washi tape. And I'm okay with that. I love washi tape. So now I'm going to go through my enamel dot stash, and I'm going to go for some Doodlebug enamels. And what I love about the Doodlebug enamels is that they come three shades of the same color. And every time I place an order, I keep forgetting to get different colors. But I need to get all the different colors of those Doodlebug enamel dots, because I love that you get the same, three different shades of one color. So now I'm going to take quite a long piece of that little string or twine, because it's really thin. So you have to ball up quite a bit for you to even see it, because it's so thin. And I'm going to put it in the three different clusters. And there was a stick or two that I had taken out from one of the last layouts. I didn't use it, and it was a little gold heart sticker. And I think that's all that was left, because I had used the rest of the sticker on another page. And I thought it went well with this, because that 3x4 Amy Tangerine, I believe, or anyway, Project Life card had a little speech bubble with a heart, so that worked out great. And then I also wanted to put stars throughout the page, because, He's our little star, you know. Um, his goal was to keep improving on his own time, so he just kept timing how long it would take him to do, let's say, 5 kilometers and how many minutes he could shave off. So he was working towards beating his personal goal, and he did really well beating his own personal goal. And because he had never run before, so we were, well, I shouldn't say that. In middle school, for a couple of years, he did do track and field in middle school, so he had done running before, just hadn't done it in 2 or 3 years. So this is it. The page is done. I added a few colors of Mr. Huey in black and in green, and now I'm showing you, the close-ups of all the different clusters. And that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.